News Director Jace Bertrand has the full recap from last night's vice presidential debate.
On Tuesday, Tim Walz and J.D. Vance faced off in their first and only debate of the 2024 election. For many voters, this was both nominees' first chance to introduce themselves and their policies. Similar to the presidential debate in September, key issues such as abortion and immigration were central to the debates.
So you've got to stop the bleeding. You've got to re-implement Donald Trump's border policies, build the wall, re-implement deportations.
We had the fairest and the toughest bill on immigration that this nation's seen. It was crafted by a conservative senator from Oklahoma, James Lankford. I know him. He's super conservative, but he's a man of principle, wants to get it done. Democrats and Republicans worked on this piece of legislation. Pass the bill, she'll sign it.
Let voters make these decisions. Let the individual states make their abortion policy. And I think that's what makes the most sense in a very big, a very diverse, and let's be honest, sometimes a very, very messy and divided country.
Just mind your own business on this. Things worked best when Roe versus Wade was in place.
Unlike the presidential debate, however, exchanges between the two nominees remained relatively cordial as both Walz and Vance aimed their attacks on each other's running mates. While vice presidential debates historically affect the outcome of an election very little, the exchange did offer voters a chance to learn more about their future leaders. Meanwhile, in Iowa City, some of these voters gathered to watch the debate unfold. I'll send it to DITV's Julia Rhodes, who was at a gathering for one side of the political spectrum.
I'm here at Field Day Brewing Company, where the Democratic Party from Johnson County has gathered to watch the debate.
The Democrats watched as Vance and Walz faced off. But as the conversation commenced, many of the viewers had opinions on each candidate's values and performances, especially J.D. Vance.
He just comes off as a fake, like a snake oil salesman, a false preacher. He's just trying to gaslight and stretch the truth to his advantage.
However, many viewers also thought the calm nature of the debate was commendable to both parties. Onlookers compared the respect and undisturbed nature of each candidate to past debates.
It's got to be very easy when you're on the stage with Donald Trump to get worked up.
It wasn't all criticism, as there was a lighthearted Tim Walz lookalike costume contest, where the winner left with a free Harris Walz yard sign. They also used the time to write postcards to voters in Jay Gorsh's district, reminding them to vote for him.
It's an important race here in Johnson County, one of the many races on our path to the majority as Democrats.
The Democrats are focusing on the importance of local upcoming elections and how these will affect the future of the state of Iowa as well as the nation.
Johnson County Democrats are using their voices in hopes of making a change. Now we'll send it to Kayla Smith, where members of the Republican Party are gathered together to watch the candidates go head-to-head.
Thanks, Julia. I'm here at the Iowa Memorial Union, where Young Americans for Freedom are hosting their watch party for the final scheduled debate of this election cycle. A group of around a dozen Young American for Freedom members came together to support Ohio Senator J.D. Vance in his vice presidential debate against Minnesota Governor Tim Walz.
And the American people need to hear is who these people are, why they go into office, and what they stand for.
Some members of the organization viewed this as an opportunity for voters to understand who J.D. Vance is, independent from former President Donald Trump.
That's more of an American dream type story that the American people can gravitate around. I think that's easier for people to connect with than, say, Trump's upbringing.
He's his own man. So Vance is his own man. He has his own ideas of what America should be. He's told them in the debate. He's not agreeing with Trump on everything, and that's, to be certain, everyone's their own person.
Many members felt that this debate was more civilized than the presidential debate in September and praised the candidates' ability to talk about policies and appreciate the other side of the political aisle.
I like how they keep referring to each other's sides, mentioning both good and bad of either side. Shows that they're human, not just because they're on the opposite side that everything they do is bad.
It's not constant back and forth. You're actually, hearing and having a dialogue.
With only 34 days until Election Day, both voters and candidates are hoping that this debate will be the final push that either side needs to win the White House come November. From the Iowa Memorial Union, this is Kayla Smith, DITV.